Hey guys, what's going on? It's MJ Q&A and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Look, this question's been sent in from a good customer of ours, actually sent to my personal Facebook page. Question is from Mitch Len, a good customer. Mitch wants to know, is it better to consume liquid sources of carbohydrates or is it better to consume whole food sources of carbohydrates? So we're going to script this question as liquid carbs versus whole food carbs. Really easy question to answer, depends on what your goal is. For example, if you're on a bulk versus if you're on a cut, if you're on a bulk, probably going to be more beneficial for you to consume liquid carbohydrates, whereas if you're on a cut, probably more beneficial for you to consume whole food carbohydrates. Let me explain this a little bit for you, Mitch. It's got to do with what we call calorie density. So it's got to do with if you have a certain amount of food that weighs a certain amount, how much of that food is actually calories. So let's use carbohydrates, that's what the question is about. If you were to take, let's say, 30 grams of carbohydrates, let's say 30 milliliters, which is gonna weigh about 30 grams of liquid carbohydrates. So you take your 30 gram scoop of dextrose, you mix it up in water, and you have a certain amount of carbs, right? To consume that, pretty much most of it, so let's say, for example purpose, let's go 100% of that is going to be carbohydrates. So you ingest 30 grams of food, you're going to get yourself 30 grams of carbs. If you look at whole foods on the other side, to get the same 30 grams of carbohydrates from, let's say, sweet potato, you have to ingest 120 grams of that sweet potato. And pretty much most carbohydrate sources are the same. So you would have to ingest 4 times as much food to get the same macronutrients from it. So you can see when you're trying to cut, when you're in a calorie deficit and your sources of food and the amount of food you can eat is restricted, man, that's when you're going to want to eat those whole food sources because you can eat a hell of a lot more food and not get the same amount of calories. Whereas when you're on a bulk, man, you're trying to get as many calories as you possibly can. So go and drink those liquid carbs every single day. Just a much easier way to get your calories, much easier way to get your carbs. Mitch, I hope that answers your question for you, man. Look, if you've got any questions that you want to send us for us to hit you up with an answer in MJ Q&A, please drop us an email at qa@MassiveJoes.com. Drop us a message on our Facebook page, man. Come into MJHQ and ask us. Do whatever you have to do, get your question across. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Gonna come right here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. That is Massive Joe's MJ Q&A coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.